Hey, you guys, Sarah Pacaro. I'm happy to connect. This video is going to be about really basic way of how our mind works and how to utilize the power of your mind to create permanent, long-lasting lifestyle change to get rid of those problems and get you the life that you want and deserve, that happy, confident, free life, that motivated, driven life. Get rid of the problems and give you the solutions that actually work. I imagine if you're watching this video and we've connected, you've tried a lot of other things, reading books, medications, talk therapies, support groups. None of that stuff has worked, or you probably wouldn't be here watching this video. So today's video is going to be about a little demonstration of the conscious, unconscious mind, symptoms versus problems to get rid of the symptoms and rid of the problems and give you solutions. So that is what our focus is going to be about today. So I'm going to be using this to just walk you through that. So if you're familiar with how the mind works or not familiar, that's okay. Very basic description. We have a brain in our head, and that brain, our mind, has two sides, left side, right side. And the left side is what we know as the very literal, very logical side of our mind. It is the side of our mind and brain that allows us to structure our day, make plans, set tasks, go through our day-to-day living, and experiences what we know as symptoms. So when we get that, anxiety or whatever it is, we get that symptom, that's our conscious mind going, oh, here's a symptom, you don't like this, right? But the left side of our brain kind of understands that. It's very literal, very logical, understands that. Then there's the right side of our brain, which is that very creative, imaginative side of our brain. It's that part of our brain that daydreams and kind of wanders off and imagines things, that comes up with solutions. Maybe you're stuck on the left side, literally thinking about how can I get through this problem? And then boom, the right side of your brain goes, oh, I know you can do this. So the left side is very literal and logical and not emotional at all, but the right side of your brain is very emotional, very creative, and very imaginative. So they both have amazing benefits. And they both lead to having this conscious and unconscious part of our brain, our mind, right? If you think about your mind like an iceberg. So underneath this line is something that we have, the unconscious mind. And if you've done any work around the unconscious or subconscious mind, you know that it's about 90 to 95% of your mind. Well, the remaining portion is the conscious mind. And that, I mean, if you want to create change, what side are you going to go to? You're going to try to figure it out consciously when you're just looking at the symptoms, or utilize the power of the unconscious, subconscious mind that is actually where those problems exist. But generally, what tends to happen is you focus on the symptoms. So you start to feel anxious or depressed, and you go to a doctor and they give you something to try to, they address the symptom. They give you something to try to make the symptom go away, to allow you to continue through your day. And a lot of times that is very limited in its effectiveness because the problem is still there. So we're going to take a look at what I have called above the line, below the line. And this is where you feel stuck in this line, stuck in this problem because you're addressing this. And really the reason for these being there are because of these. So we're going to talk about that, and you'll notice what you start to experience are those symptoms, and you take a guess as to why do I have these symptoms here? Well, I think it's because, and then you're only guessing because that's all that the conscious mind can do. Remember that 5 to 10%, very, very small, very limited. All it can do is take a guess as to why you have these symptoms. So the conscious mind cannot fathom the power, the understanding of how the unconscious mind works because it's very literal, it's very logical, it's very analytical. While the unconscious mind works in feelings, emotions, images, past stories, things like that. It is very difficult for the conscious, literal mind to go, wow, yeah, no, because it's literal, logical, analytical, right? So it can't even understand or comprehend. So I'm staying on track here. What happens when we feel some sort of anxiety or like that butterfly that bubbles in our stomach? We think, hang on, well, I don't like this. So what we end up doing is trying to fix these symptoms here. Maybe you'll notice a habit or feeling or negative emotion that no matter how much you try to fix it, it just never goes away. And this is a very common problem with all people. So this is where rapid transformational therapy, this is where hypnosis creates that amazing lifestyle change, that positive lifestyle change, because what it allows you to do is get you through this wall, through this barrier, through that conscious mind. It allows it to go away. and then gets you to where the problems exist down here. The conscious mind does that. It focuses on the symptoms, and then it starts to use language and words like, well, I can't be happy, or I can't be free, or I can't be abundant because, and then it starts making all these excuses because I have this and this and this, and it starts focusing on those symptoms. So basically, all it's doing is taking a guess at why you feel like you can't achieve happiness, success, peace, love, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So what we're going to do is go ahead and break through this together and fix those statements like I can't be truly happy because, or I can't get this because, and stop making excuses for these symptoms. All we're doing, remember, is just taking a guess at the reason why you haven't had success yet, why you haven't found happiness yet, and get rid of that. So basically what's happening is that the unconscious mind still has these problems down here, and you're working up here trying to fix that symptom. So what is happening is you're getting stuck. You're looking at this, you're trying to get down here because everything you've tried isn't working. It's not getting you all those things that you want. So you've got to have a new way. And the way to fix your problems once and for all, without a shadow of a doubt, is to break through this barrier or this wall and really get to the root, the core of the problem. The only way to fix your problems truly is to break through that line. And that's what we're going to do together. Imagine you've tried to break through that line yourself by reading books or listening to podcasts or talking to someone about what you think it is, and really you end up talking about the symptoms and not getting to the root of the problem, because every time you try, boom, it like knocks you back up, kind of like a ping pong ball. So what happens, like I said, above the line, conscious, below the line, unconscious. It's kind of like, imagine that there's a bouncer here and you're trying to get down there because you know there's more, you feel it, and you're getting stuck. And there's a bouncer here going, get out of here. Nope, get out of here. No, I'm not letting you in. And you really want to get into this room and you want to clear out all these old negative, all these problems, all these old negative thoughts or feelings. You want to get in here and you want to throw them out, because once you throw them out, you can start to bring in better things. You can start to bring in peace, success, happiness, abundance. You can fill up this room in your mind with all the good stuff. But right now, there's a lot of bad stuff stuck in there, and you know that, and you want to get rid of it. But this bouncer's going, boom, get out of here, boom, get out of here. Right? Easier said than done. I get that. And that's what I'm here for. I imagine if you could do it on your own, you would. Or if there truly was one magical self-help book out there that you would have read it and you would be doing incredible by now. You want to go in there, you want to clear out all those problems, but there's that bouncer, that doorman who's like, no, 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 I'm not letting you in. So this is where our work, our therapy comes in with hypnosis, with rapid transformational therapy. Essentially what we do is we take that doorman, that bouncer, we get rid of him for a time, right? We remove that block. When we get to the very core, the very root of the problem, after giving him something to do, it allows you to go into this space, go into that room and clear out all those problems, all those old negative, limiting, toxic beliefs that you're holding on to that are impacting you and creating these symptoms up here. So I take you above the line, below the line, allow you to spend time in here and really understand why you're holding on to these things, where they came from, allow you to release them, and then fill this room with perfect, permanent, positive, creative things, happy things to give you the life that you want. So you can't make that change up here. And most people try to do that. You try to overcome the symptom by focusing on what you think caused it. But what if that wasn't what caused it at all? Imagine if you could go into this room below this line, clear out all that junk and fill it with those things that you want, and fill it with happiness, joy, peace, confidence, self-trust. You fill up this entire room in your mind with all the things that you want. Get rid of those fears, the anxieties, the tensions, the worries, the doubt, all those things. That's what we get to do together. And that is the power of hypnosis, rapid transformational therapy, and a quick little overview of how the mind works. So thank you for tuning in and watching this video. I'm excited to connect with you and talk to you in more detail exactly about how that process works and take you on that journey when and if you're ready. Thank you guys.